As the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship qualifying wraps up in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea showcases why it is one of the most extraordinary host nations in the Pacific. This is a land of stunning extremes, from the crocodile-filled Sipik River and the cloud-wrapped peaks of Mount Wilhelm to pristine coral reefs and active volcanoes. Welcome to the PNG Football Stadium. I am your commentator for this afternoon. My name is Jeremy Moggy, and I'm delighted to be here as we watch the future of football in the Oceania region. This afternoon, it is the Cook Islands that will meet the host Papua New Guinea. The Cook Islands stand on the brink of their first OFC Under-16 Women's Championship appearance in 2 years after a record-breaking 10-0 rout of American Samoa. But one final hurdle remains on home soil, host Papua New Guinea. Everything is on the line in Port Moresby. The match is effectively a winner-takes-all decider. The Cook Islands currently sit atop the group on goal difference after a commanding 10-0 win over American Samoa on the opening match day. The host Papua New Guinea are level on points following their 8-2 victory against the same opponent, with American Samoa now eliminated from contention. This final match between the Cook Islands and Papua New Guinea will decide which nation advances to the main championship in Honiara, Solomon Islands this September. When both teams had arrived at this winner-takes-all showdown by delivering devastating attacking performances against American Samoa, the Cook Islands squad, boasting players who are strong on their own, have leaned on the determination born from a narrow miss in the previous campaign. The opening match saw Tana Renga complete her hat-trick in under 10 minutes, with Meta Maru Arere adding 4 goals of her own, whereas second-half treble in that strike from Nga anchored the emphatic victory. The forward will need to be at a clinical best to hold off PNG's determined charge. The Cook Islands with a largely unchanged first 11, with Alanda Ngaroy in goal, Hefrani Nasimulu, Titia Nui Pitomaki, Juhani Mestonen, Tiniva Tau, Teanare Nga, Metua Maru Arere, with Kivana Arere, Miriane Messine, Jay Jamieson, the team captained by Mamia Piri Savage and coached by Tuka Tissam. The Cook Islands playing with a 5-2-3 formation. Jay Jamieson, Piri Savage and Arere will be holding those defensive positions for the Cook Islands. Miriama Messina and Nasimulu on left and right respectively, while in the midfield Juhani Mestonen and Tiniva Ta'u, and up front Titia Nui Pitomaki on the right with Teana Renga, and up front Metua Maru Arere. Well, the host Papua New Guinea carry the hopes of a nation not just for a win, but for a performance worthy of their football man home crowd. The head coach Susan Stephen has placed her trust in experience with Captain Angelica Raminai and defender Sarah Witu. On the attack, the team has shown they have the firepower to spare. Forward Chrisanne Sifas had announced herself with a scintillating hat-trick in the first half of PNG's 8-2 victory, while Oscarina Gunemba had bagged the brace with the 14-year-old rising star in Delma Duadak, who added a goal to seal their emphatic win. With everything on the line, the stage is set for a thrilling Pacific showdown under the Port Moresby skies. Helena George in goal, Alana Vino, Talita Mo, Ellis Andrew, Oscarina Gunemba, Glenda Danny, Delma Duadak, Joylyn Lisa, Chrisanne Sifas, Sarah Witu, the team captained by Angelica Raminai. They've made only 2 changes with Jill Andrew and Emilia Kana on the bench. Papua New Guinea have the experienced head coach in Susan Stephen. PNG are playing with a 4-4-2 formation with Sifas, who's been dropped into the left back position, allowing for Duadak up front with Alice Andrew, Talita Mo, the heart of defense, Alana Vino on the right hand side. In the midfield, Sarah Wutu and Glenda Danny, and Joylyn Lisa and Angelica Raminai providing support from out wide, as Oscarina Gunemba will look to support Delma Duadak up front for PNG. Well, the warmth of Port Moresby echoes across the Pacific as 2 unbeaten sides step into the cauldron of the PNG Football Stadium. On one side, the Cook Islands, history chasers who announced themselves with a 10-goal avalanche, and they stride onto the turf this afternoon, knowing that victory would send them back to the main championship for the first time in 2 years. On the other hand, Papua New Guinea, the proud host, they'll be walking out with the weight of a football-loving nation on their shoulders and an 8-2 demolition already in their back pocket. Only one will leave with a ticket to Honiara. This is the final, the decider, the afternoon when young dreams become legend. As for the host nation, Papua New Guinea, well, it's the world's most linguistically diverse country, where over 800 languages echo through the rainforest and centuries-old tribal traditions thrive alongside modern life. As a proven host of major international events, from the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup to the OFC Under-16 Men's Championship, which will be held later on this year, the nation has transformed its capital into a stage that welcomes the world. This tournament is the latest chapter in their proud story. One of the great things is the rise of women's football across the Pacific is a story of relentless growth. That's been marked by a string of historic achievements and reinforced by dedicated development programs that are reshaping the game at every level. The momentum's undeniable. The New Zealand football ferns have secured their place at the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup in Brazil, extending their legacy of representing Oceania on the biggest stage in the world, and qualified for their 7th successive World Cup in a dominant qualifying campaign. And that culminated in a 1-0 victory over Papua New Guinea in the OFC final. In a seismic shift of power, the Solomon Islands have joined the region's elite, winning the OFC Women's Nations Cup for the first time, and earning the right to call themselves the defending champions of Oceania. In fact, it was a 3-0 final. They defeated the previous title holders, PNG, 3-2 after extra time in Suva. As right now, wait, both the Cook Islands and Papua New Guinea to enter the pitch. As they enter, you can just see the Cook Islands flag, the red, black and gold of Papua New Guinea. And what a time to be alive, as we see the future of football. In fact, this success on the field is a product of robust and forward-thinking youth development initiatives. Programs like Just Play have reached over 400,000 children across the Pacific, using football as a vehicle to promote health, gender equality, social inclusion and safeguarding. These fundamentals are being sharpened at elite youth tournaments like the one that we see here this afternoon. To wherever you are across the Pacific, we'll welcome you as we are in the ultimate showdown as the Cook Islands take on Papua New Guinea at the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship qualifying. We stand by for the national anthems of both nations. as we see both nations. Angelica Raminai, the captain's armband for Papua New Guinea. Mamia Puri Savage, who's wearing the number 4 jersey. Our match officials for this afternoon, Jovita Ambrose, she takes charge and is assisted by Madeline Rubin and Veronica Kiko, with our 4th official, Yantama Atoa. PNG Football Stadium has seen a wonderful display of football over the years. And this, of course, is the first time that the stadium is hosting a international youth tournament. As we see Angelica Raminai playing with wonderful technical skill, the left-footed attacking player for Papua New Guinea. And joining her now, Mamia Puri Savage. As we'd said, Papua New Guinea, well, we're looking to follow in the footsteps of the senior women's national team. We've had a string of victories in recent years. They've had the mantle as Pacific champions in the Pacific Games. And then, of course, they've taken out the inaugural MSG and also been OFC Nations Cup champions. As right now, both teams enter to the center circle to observe a moment of silence in memory of the late Mr. Wilson Puya. He's remembered with deep respect. A man whose quiet strength, generosity, and unwavering support left a lasting impact on Papua New Guinean football. Well, the players that you see here this afternoon, it's only a matter of time until they become the biggest names in Pacific football. Their careers starting here in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. In fact, I'm looking forward to perhaps a decade from now as you hear and watch these young players play for their senior national teams. As the Pacific region looks to have 2 nations eventually in the FIFA Women's World Cup. In fact, the pursuit of World Cup glory is no longer a one-nation story. Papua New Guinea themselves have emerged as a regional force, powering their way to the OFC qualifying final against New Zealand. In the semi-finals, it edged past the resurgent American Samoa 1-0. The American Samoan side is a testament to the region's rapid progress, having made history by reaching the 2nd round of FIFA Women's World Cup qualifying for the first time ever. And also at youth level, Samoa's under-20 women's squad has blazed a trail of their own, qualifying for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup after a stunning run through the OFC Under-19 Women's Championship, cementing their place as a future power in the region and inspiring a new generation. As play commences here at the PNG Football Stadium. On your screens, playing in green from left to right are the Cook Islands. Papua New Guinea playing in an all-white kit this afternoon. Raminai trying to track down Messine. Jamieson. Sehanaro Nga. Through taken quickly by Alana Vino. Nga looking for Arere. And she is over the ball. He was tracked by Sarah Whittle. Ta'u. Play cut out by Sifis. Joylene Lisa. Gunemba. 1-2 from Gunemba to Lisa. The play cut out by Hefrani Nasimulu. Sifis. Gunemba. Utu is calling. Heels instead. Ta'u. Ta'u was passed to Peter Maki. Hops back. This ball cleared. Flag raised though. It's a throw in for Papua New Guinea. The winner of this match qualifies for the U-16 Women's Championship in the Solomon Islands. A draw will suit the Cook Islands. They are ahead of Papua New Guinea with a 4-goal buffer at the moment. A draw will see the Cook Islands through, Papua New Guinea out. And Glenda Denny drops back behind Lana Vina to cover in defense for PNG. Sarere, Kivana Arere. Just a slight lull at the moment. You can almost tell there's a bit of nervousness in the air. Metua Maru Arere, Kivana Arere. Witu goes high to clear that out for another throw. Papua New Guinea throwing everyone back with the exception of Delma Duadak, who's at the halfway line. Are. Sliding challenge from Alana Vino, wins possession. No, goes out for a throw. Will be in favor of the Cook Islands. Ball just headed out. Kunemba clears. Duadak. It's heavy on the control. She lost possession. Arere Futau. Turning Papua New Guinea now, looking to attack. Lisa. Through ball. Duadak flag though raised on the other side. There's a bit of confusion there from Nasimulu. She thought it had been play on. Free kick, Cook Islands. Long ball forward, Arere. Oh, great piece of skill from Nga. This is Mastonen. Papua New Guinea know they're dangerous on the counter. A throw now from Lana Vino. And then the Danny missed that pass. Cleared out by the Cook Islands, dropping back. Tolita Mo. Now Papua New Guinea through door deck. Lisa coming in to provide support. It's cleared out by Nasi Mulu, a throw for PNG deep inside the Cook Islands half. On the edge of new defensive third. Cleared out by Kivana Arere. And drops instead for Glenda Danny. Sifes. Lisa. Flag raised again. Mamia Puri Savage clears. Sifes trying to keep it in the first time. Puri Savage will come across to take this throw. All personal back for PNG. Truly understand the threat that Cook Islands possess. Lisa. Gunemba. Through ball again, looking for Duadak. Jamieson is watching the striker carefully. There's a ball now shifted to the right-hand side. It's with Raminai. On the pass, a little too weighted. And that's coming from, I think it was Gunemba. Let's switch play wide. This is Nga. And ball high from Alexandru. Sifes pressing forward yet again. Joylin Lisa. Witu calling. Witu letting that slip. Matu Amaru is just out-muscled there by the physically strong Witu. Another true ball, this time for Raminai. PNG slowly building confidence. Danny. Witu. Should have first wanted to play it left to Jolene Lisa before opting for a more direct route through Duadak. As Alandang Maroy clear this for the Cook Islands. And ball allowed to bounce. Matua Maru Arere. Was a raised boot, I think, from Ellis Andrew. As the referee, Jovita Ambrose, just points for a free kick to be taken. It's a free kick that'll be taken by Puri Savage. Long direct ball, well, it's met by Helena George. You get the sense that once the first goal goes in, it'll really throw momentum in the direction of whoever scores first. There's an offside call being given against Terna Renga. Stolita Mo will restart play here this afternoon. In fact, in conversations from the football community, there's a lot of support that's been shown for the young players in the Pacific. It's great watching American Samoa play, despite them conceding 18 goals, scoring 2. But what had impressed me the most, especially in their second fixture, was The fact that they hadn't given up for the full 90 minutes against both oppositions. Good number near the edge. One came off a Cook Island player, and the first corner of the afternoon goes in favor of Papua New Guinea. 11 minutes gone by here at the PNG Football Stadium. The score is still 0-0, as I'd said. A draw will see the Cook Islands through. The winner takes everything and heads to the championship in about 6 months' time. Uitu's corner. It was cleared by Mariana Messine. It'll be another corner. Uitu again will take up short for Gunemba. Lays it back for the midfielder. Better ball into the box this time. It's parried away by Alanda Ngaroy. She regathers possession. And again, the Cook Islands automatically pressing forward. Papua New Guinea dropping back. Pitomaki, she was looking for the run of Nga. Lisa. Duadak. Pitomaki beaten out. It was Nasimulu though, but another flag raised. Papua New Guinea's players have been caught in the offside position about 5 times so far. One of which was that wonderful through ball to Duadak. Piri Savage clears. Missed by Herrera, but it came off of Chrisan Sifis' boot. It's a throw for the Cook Islands right on the halfway line. Another throw. It was an awkward clearance off of her right boot. Piri Savage. Again, another clearance. You can just see Chrisan Zifis, she was a bit disappointed in herself. Piri Savage, she look again down the line. There's no one really forward that's near her, apart from Matua Maruarere. Marere fighting up front for the Cook Islands. She regains possession, looking for support. Tau comes across. Papua New Guinea now on the counter. They press forward through Zephyrs. Uitu looking to switch. Kunemba. Oh, there was a bit of confusion. She wasn't sure whether that pass was meant for Jolene Lisa or Chrisan Zephyrs. Cook Islands playing with a far more defensive setup. As a result, they haven't truly been able to penetrate the 4-person backline that Papua New Guinea have. Kunemba, Danny. Ball given away, and it's won by Pitomaki. Duadak. She puts her head down. Played it forward, although there was no one home for PNG. Raminai tried to press. Ball now in the midfield with Glenda Danny. She was looking up, trying to press. Ball now in the midfield with Glenda Danny. She was looking up, trying to find a player to pass to. And sprinting forward, Diana Renga. Looking to take on Alana Vino. Vino who goes down, ball goes out. It's a throw for the Cook Islands. Throw being taken on the far side by Mariana Messine. Coming across Vino. A long ball from Messina. Is covered as Duadak. Well, she's got the pace to get to the ball first. She's inside the box for PNG. Delma Duadak. Oh, wonderful defensive effort by Piri Savage. Piri Savage sliding at the exact moment that Duadak had tried to strike, denying the forward. Messine, Nga. Ball still kept in play. Vino covering. Danny just let them go for Pitomaki as Duadak again threatening up front for PNG. Well, there was confusion between the keeper and the defender. Muskivana Arere, who'd shown a bit of confusion between herself and Alanda Ngaroi. Duadak and the persistence to get to the ball. It's a corner for Papua New Guinea that Witu will take. Thought of going short to Gunemba. Witu into the box. Duadak lets it bounce past her. Witu. Gunemba. Out wide again. On the flag raised, that ball goes out. It's a goal kick for the Cook Islands. Sarah Witu that's sprinting back to position. Only differences right now, the Cook Islands possibly need more players to pass the ball to up front. Or for Papua New Guinea, perhaps would want to retain more possession with crisper passes. Raminai, Gunemba, lovely 1-2. Jamieson dropping. It's a corner, be number 4 for PNG. And right now, it's Vino that is going to take this corner. Witu in the box. Witu darting forward. Vino's ball. Cleared. Gunemba. Witu. Danny. Jolene Lisa had been the only player pressing forward, although the ball had bounced comfortably for Orlando Ngaroi. Sifas clears. Duadak again pressing forward. The ball had come off her wrist. This match has its own set of importance. It's been the first stage in the road to the FIFA Women's Under-17 World Cup. It's going to be held in Morocco. The winner of the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship books their place for 2027. That was a great turn by Matua Maruarere. There's a great intelligence that Arere has. Which I know will bode well for her in the future. There's a number of, one of the great things about women's football right now is we've got more competitions they can take part in, from both the youth level to senior international, and of course through the Champions League, which is going to be held later on this year. I think that's going to be held in the Solomon Islands as well. That's slated for, I think it's July. And there's of course that hope that all these young players that you see here right now able to play great club football. Here's one of them. Pitomaki. Ball forward for Na. Takes on Glenda Danny, trying to outpace her. Danny with the left boot. Clearing the ball fiercely. Raminai couldn't quite turn past Mirana Messine. Scores here at the PNG Football Stadium, still 0-0. As this throw will be taken by Kivana Arere. Arere, all three of the Cook Islands advanced players inside the box. Still with Messine. Now a cross comes in. Arere's header though, didn't quite connect it. It's collected by Helena George. She goes long, looking for Duadak again. It's a lovely battle between forward and back line. Duadak taking on Nasimulu, getting past her. Puri Savage strong in defense. Duadak though with the ball. Gunemba coming in support. Gunemba on the edge. As this pass cleared out by Mastonin. It's given away. Almost. As Pito Maki fighting to regain possession. Then Arena. Joylin Sav. Always Joylin Lisa that dropped back to provide additional defensive support. Papua New Guinea though keeping their lanes quite well and their shape as well. Talita Mo, she found Gunemba, Raminai. It's another 1-2, the ball just given away by PNG. Raminai again falls to Gunemba, who's playing behind Duadak, looking for that through ball. Puri Savage wasn't the best clearance. Duadak in the box for PNG. Ngaroy had come out. Duadak had been inches away. I'm not too sure exactly what's happened as players halted. It might have been an offside given against the striker for PNG. As Puri Savage clears. It lands at the feet of Witu. Looking for Lisa. Nasi Mulu gives away a free kick. Should be taken by Witu. There's more players in advanced positions for PNG. And there's a whole host of green shirts dropping back on the edge of the 18. Looking to try to deny PNG's attack. Witu went directly at Ngaroy. You can just hear the voice of Tukatisam, the head coach for Cook Islands. In fact, I just had a conversation with him prior to the start of kickoff. He was actually born in Port Moresby. Traveled to Bukawa in the Morambe province where he grew up. It is a province that can easily be attributed as the soul of football in Papua New Guinea. Just crossed now. Tiana Reina had again been shut out. An offside flag given against her. It's actually a through ball from Juhani Mastonen. .25 minutes gone by. Again, the winner of this match makes it to the Under-16 Championships in Honiara in September. A draw will suit the Cook Islands. So it is really a must-win fixture for Papua New Guinea. In fact, PNG had been leading by 6 goals to 0 in the first half in their fixture against American Samoa. Kunemba again looking for Duadak. Through ball. Oh, what it came off of Nasimulu's boot. Offside, given against PNG striker yet again. To send Susan Stephen, I can see the head coach for PNG possibly want more diagonal runs from her players to avoid being called off. Tau. Nasimulu. Kivana Arere. Metuamaru Arere. Placed under a huge amount of pressure. Nasimulu loses possession. It falls at Witu's feet. Now to Raminai. Controlled by Pitomaki. She goes down in that pass. Again, like I made mention of the quarter of an hour mark, that you get the sense that whoever scores first will really have a lot of momentum on their side. As this ball has been missed by Andrew. Talita Mo had to go high to allow time for her centre-back partner to get into position. As Herrera fighting against Kunemba. Drop in Mastonen. Cook Islands able to string a bit more passes together than the team in white. Long ball forward looking for Pitomaki. It's cleared by Mo. There's Glenda Danny. She was shrugged off. Pitomaki intercepts. And there's only one player forward for the Cook Islands. But Papua New Guinea defensive discipline has all their players dropping down quickly in counter defense. In about 90 seconds from now, we'll have the first of the cooling breaks. These cooling breaks come about when temperatures exceed 28 degrees. Which in the Pacific is normal temperature. And right now, Helena George in goal for PNG. She's barely seen any of the ball. Such has been the match. PNG have had more attacking opportunities than the Cook Islands at the moment. Ta'u. Pitomaki. Taking on Sifas. As a throw now about to be taken by, I think it'll be Piri Savage. She drifts to the right to take this throw. There she is, the captain for the Cook Islands. Well, that ball was touched by Joylin Lisa, and it's a corner for the Cook Islands. Although opting to have the water break quite quickly, Jovita Ambrose, the match referee. The players coming across to get hydrated. And Susan Stephen, she of course would be quite eager to have a direct conversation with her players. You can see her just having a word with Glenda Danny. While for the Cook Islands, you can see Tria Arere, the assistant coach, along with Tukatisam. He'll most likely be telling his players perhaps to be a bit more calm in defense, although they have done quite well being able to frustrate the constant wave of PNG attack. You can see he's just giving instructions to I think it's Pitomaki. It's Tehana Narek Nga. Signaling for earlier balls into the box, perhaps. Or for Papua New Guinea, Susan Stephen possibly advising Duadak to time those runs. In fact, you can also see a former PNG international in Ramona Morris with the water bottle. On the right-hand side is giving instructions to Witu. I'd like to see Angelica Ramina having more of the ball. She's possibly the most technically gifted player that PNG have. And it's been a relatively quiet first half for the PNG captain at the moment. As one of the great things about what we see right now are the experiences that these coaches are able to imprint and embed on their players. As the instructions being handed down, as is the oral tradition here in the Pacific. So to an extent, these cooling breaks really allow these coaches to give better much more instructions to their players as play resumes here this afternoon. And it'll be the Cook Islands with an advantage. The last bit of play had been a corner conceded as Pito Maki and tried to attack, and the ball coming off the boot of Joylene Lisa for the Cook Islands' first corner. PNG have had 4 so far. As Metua Maruarere drifts to the corner that she will take for the Cook Islands. There's more players in the box for the team in green. Maruarere's corner, she signals it's going to go high. Wonderful drive in. Barely cleared. Tau with the follow-up shot. It goes out for a goal kick for PNG. It's a great delivery though. Off of her left boot. Arere. Vino. She lost out in that pass. She was looking for Raminai. Another ball into the box. Taken comfortably by George. George going long, although could only find a Cook Island defender. Messine. As Kivano Herrera will take this throw. We're the Cook Islands. About 10 minutes remaining of regulation time here at the PNG Football Stadium. The score is still 0-0. And this do or die fixture is easily the most crucial match that is being played. Arere with this throw. Again, Papua New Guinea dropping numbers back into the box. As the cross comes in, but overshot. As it's now with Joylin Lisa. Zifis. She was shut down by Pitomaki. Actually, was Arere was dropped. So what's happening right now is Arere is interchanging positions with Tatea Nui Pitomaki. Speary Savage with this throw. And great control from the Cook Island forward. Arere. Witu given away to Tau. Kunemba dropping. Witu. Ball was almost intercepted by Pitomaki. From Sefes. Kunemba. Raminai. Tuada Colin. Arere clears. Papua New Guinea, you get the sense every single time that they get the ball, they're looking for their lone striker. Danny. I also get the feeling that perhaps Raminai could switch to the left with Joylin Lisa on the right. Kunemba in possession. She's surrounded by green shirts. Witu. Zefes. Lisa. Witu. She looked up automatically, but there were players ahead of her, but she wanted a bit more movement. Kunemba gets set on the volley. Duadak in the box. Lisa pulls the trigger! And Papua New Guinea have scored after 37 minutes. And again, it was that piece of play from Kunemba. Able to get that pass in. Joylin Lisa following through. Found space, created, and had enough power to get that ball past Alanda Ngaroy as Papua New Guinea opened the scoring here this afternoon after 38 minutes. Only have scored at the best possible time too, as they now look to build that momentum. Kunemba attacking again, another through ball looking for Duadak. Danny. This is PNG's captain Raminai just appealing to the rest of the teammates to calm things down. The Cook Islands will be disappointed and defended quite well up until that particular Lisa strike. Witu. PNG with a lot more possession. They know they can score more. They are in the driver's seat momentarily. There's Witu, well, and ball had fallen at the feet of Talita Mo, who is had to debate exactly where to pass. Just looking at the Cook Island bench, although there's no movement at present. Although I think it would be unlikely that Tukatissa would want to make changes. His side is playing well. Danny. Sifis. PNG looking to stretch this Cook Island compact defense. Witu. Danny. Couldn't quite turn away from Pitomaki. Raminai shut down by Mirara Messine. Tau was looking to switch, hoping to find Pitomaki. PNG have regained possession through Sifas. Andrew. Sifas turns away from Arere. Now down the line for Lisa. Danny. And the Danny passed perhaps a little too early as the play was cut out by Nasimulu. As Kunemba tried to find her captain, Ramanai. Ramanai to Vino. Witu. Ramanai. Vino again. Cross into the center, finding no one at home. Andrew clears. Kunemba heads wide for Ramanai. Witu is calling the pass, given away with Pitomaki. She tried to send it forward. Fail also that Cook Islands do need an additional player in the midfield, as both Arere, Pitomaki and Nga have found themselves quite isolated. Witu. The pass given away by Sarah Witu. Tried to dribble past Teanare Nga. Concedes a free kick. Only substitution about to be made with, I can see Tehani Aperao Bob. She's going to come in for Efrani Nasimulu.
Substitution for number 2, Efrani Nasimulu. Replaced by number 9, Tehani Aperao.
Well, Nasimulu had more than one occasion been placed under immense pressure from both Jolene Lisa and Chrisanne Zifis. PNG have targeted the left side of attack a lot more. It's a great ball in. George under pressure. I'm not sure if it's Tau that's down. Just have to see exactly what happened. She cluttered into the keeper. Might be Pitomaki. Well, it was a great ball that was sent in as Tatia Nui Pitomaki just receiving some attention after she'd cluttered into the keeper. Also seen on match day 1, American Samoa had to have a number of their players brought off due to injuries. They made about 4 substitutions in that match, all based on injuries. As I'm trying to see exactly what happened to Tianui Pitomaki. Is the ball that had just come through. In fact, she'd cluttered into, her knees had cluttered with Helena George. Pitomaki just coming off. Cook Islands temporarily down to 10 players. And right now, well, pass given away by Vino. It's Raminai trying to press. Wins possession. She loses out in a tussle with Messine. It'll be a throw taken again by Kivana Arere. Each time the ball has gone out, the center back comes to take it. As the official announcement comes, and we'll see 4 minutes of additional time in this first half here at the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship qualifying. Side separated by a single goal. And Julian Lisa strike on the 38th minute. Sees PNG with that narrowest of leads as Gunemba wins possession. She almost got past Arere. Vino will take this throw. Unsurprisingly, since that goal had come about, PNG have not seen the other side in terms of attack. It's been the Cook Islands that have been pressing far more. Danny. Kunemba trying to turn away from Messine, trying to get that cross in. Intercepted, it's a corner, number 5. Papua New Guinea know that a single goal might just not be enough. I think it's Glenda Denny that will take this corner. It's a decent set piece. I can see the movement that Papua New Guinea have. Training ground ritual. Short pass to Gunemba. Danny looking for Raminai. That pass though cut out by Nga, who dropped. Pito Maki is the only player up front for the Cook Islands, although she's dropping to cover in midfield. You can see her there just tracking Witu. This is Gunemba. Raminai. Gunemba switches, looking for Zifas. 1-2 from Zifas to Gunemba. Duada coming in to provide more foot support. This PNG win a free kick right on the edge of the 18. Got about 90 seconds. Here's that persevere and run and challenge from both Duadak and Gunemba. She was brought down by Piri Savage. Witu will take this free kick for PNG. With exactly 60 seconds remaining in this first half. Witu for PNG. Witu with the free kick. Witu direct. And far too much power over the ball, the angle. Elevated. As a Sarah Witu free kick hands out harmlessly for a goal kick in favor of the Cook Islands. They desperately want to score. Another clearance. Landing at Glenda Denny's feet. Witu. Sifis. Straight through the center, looking for Gunemba. Hoping for another true ball. A cry of turn from the midfielder. Zapero Bob getting into the fray, the substitute. Pitomaki. Strong physical challenge from Glenda Denny. Gives away a free kick. Here's Glenda Denny. As you see this challenge from the midfielder on Pitomaki. Piri Savage will take what will possibly be the last free kick. It's a long ball forward, looking for Pitomaki. She heads on. Well, the strike was missed by Nga. Coming in cover, Messine. Mistonen. To fighting in defense. It falls at Gunemba's feet. She decides to run with it. Lisa on her left. Lisa, Gunemba, pass to Gunemba, apologizing to the left midfielder as the referee calls an end to the first 45 minutes here at the PNG Football Stadium. what has been a largely entertaining first 45 minutes.
There you go, Papua New Guinea Football Stadium, the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship
As
2026 qualifiers.
both teams head into the halftime break.
Your score, Cook Islands nil, PNG
Halftime scores here at the PNG Football Stadium. It is Papua New Guinea 1, the Cook Islands 0. What a game we have seen. It's been a full-on tactical battle. Both teams knowing how crucial today's fixture is. Both teams had arrived here at the PNG Football Stadium desperately needing a victory. The Cook Islands not attacked first, although the first of the chances that had occurred, here was the nearest chance that the Cook Islands had on PNG's goal. That header from Metua Maruarere. In fact, it was one of their best balls with Tau's strike. Soon after that, though, Papua New Guinea on the attack, and Joylin Lisa on the 38th minute had opened the score and should cut it back. Timed the first touch perfectly, followed up with the second. Papua New Guinea celebrating on 38 minutes. That goal being the only difference between both sides, as Papua New Guinea take a narrow 1-0 lead over the Cook Islands as we head into the halftime break.
Oceania Football Confederation would like to take this opportunity to highlight the values that underpin the delivery of football in our region, namely respect and integrity. On that basis, we would like to remind all fans and supporters that abuse of any kind, whether online or otherwise, towards players, team staff, match officials, administrators, or anyone else connected with our game, goes against the OFC values and will not be tolerated. Please remember to be kind. If you see something, say something. For any safeguarding concerns, please email safe@oceaniafootball.com.
Welcome back to the PNG Football Stadium in this final match day of the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship qualifying. As we've seen, well, across the Pacific, football is more than a game. It's a powerful force for social change. The Power of Football strategy launched by the Oceania Football Confederation is a key part of that mission. It's designed to enhance the well-being of individuals and communities and tackles major regional challenges like poor health, social exclusion, poverty, and the impacts of climate change. And builds on the success of the Just Play program, which has reached over 400,000 children since 2009. The Power of Football strategy aims to integrate social development into all aspects of the sport across the region. And you can just see former PNG captains. In fact, in this image in front of you that you see are 3 former Papua New Guinean captains in Julie Alau and Margaret Aka. All of them have been part of building the history of women's football in Papua New Guinea, and that started off in 2003 when the first of the women's competitions had been hosted in Fiji in the 2003 Pacific Games, and followed that up. You can also see former PNG internationals in Percy Matayo, whose daughter is also part of the bench in today's fixture, playing for Papua New Guinea. And our players that we have here right now, you can see the Cook Islands and Papua New Guinea just at the bottom of your screens right now. There's the Cook Islands to re-enter. They'll be looking to score. Remember, our draw will see them through. Papua New Guinea may want to extend their lead though. A single goal will leave it quite tense for them, the host nation. As we head into the second half of this fixture, as Duadak starts off the second 45 with Papua New Guinea looking to qualify. They lead by a single goal, that being a 36th minute strike at the boots of Joylyn Lisa. There's the first through ball from Yohani Stone and ends out in a goal kick for PNG. It's taken by Helena George, pressing, though he's substituting Tehani Aperao Bob. In fact, should come in for Hefrani Nasimulu and right back as we have a player down. It might be Duadak. Actually, it's Alana Vino, the right back for PNG. She'd actually cluttered into Tehani Aperao Bob in that attempted clearance. In fact, Aperao Bob had just clipped Alana Vino's ankle. She rises to her feet gingerly and just limp off to receive some attention at the moment from the PNG coaching staff. Gunemba. There's a missed pass to Angelica Raminai. Raminai, who's holding her own against both Aperao Bob and Stonen, eventually gets the pass away. And Sifis, she was looking for Lisa, finds her now. Lisa had held back from forcing that pass. sprinting forward. Nga. It's out for a throw. Out for a throw in favor of the Cook Islands. As Peary Savage comes across to take this throw. It's taken quickly. There's a cross in the box. Julie Andrew cleans out for Glenda Danny, who'll switch play, looking for Raminai. Finds her captain. Far too heavy on the control. Raminai, who isn't afraid to get physical. She did feature for the senior reserves, national reserve team, the PNG Reds, as they're called. So she brings perhaps the most experience to this on the 16 side. Glenda Denny goes down as well. Vino's back in on the pitch, and this time Glenda Denny is down. She landed awkwardly in that challenge against Johanni Mustonen. She's assisted off as well, the midfielder for Papua New Guinea. Play on though, and it's taken. It's a free kick by Witu. Although there was a lot of players back, it was a green wall the Cook Islands held. Sifes wasn't able to turn past Messine. In fact, she's changed positions with Jordan Lisa. Sifes now sprinting forward. She'd scored 4 goals for PNG in the opening fixture. She combines well with the left back for PNG and Jordan Lisa. Left midfielder, sorry. And you can just see Glenda Danny has come back into the field of play. The only thing she earns, though, is an offside call given against her. And as the Cook Islands through their captain, Peary Savage, playing the ball out from deep in their own half. Bounced awkwardly for Christine's Zephyrs. Actually, it's pronounced Chrisan Zephyrs. Peary Savage will take this free kick. There's a lot more players in advanced positions for the Cook Islands and want that ball in the box. Great ball control from Arere, intercepted by Raminai, who's sprinting forward for PNG, the captain. Raminai looking for a true ball for Durak. Still Raminai, good number, trying to get that ball through to her captain. Raminai support coming. The cavalry arriving. High ball in the box. It's not taken the first time by the keeper. Cleared out by the Cook Islands. Papua New Guinea had been relatively quiet until this piece of play. It's a high ball that had been sent in from Glenda Danny. Witu coming into cover. She takes a strike. Ngaroi. And watch that ball. To an extent, while the ball did appear to be heading out, the keeper latching onto it to allow counter by the Cook Islands. As you see, Arere has dropped deeper into midfield. Napero Bob just clipping Lana Vino. And there's Apero Bob. She'd come on in the first half as a substitute for Efrani Nasimulu. There's Glinda Danny dropping now to take this free kick for PNG. Covering was Arere. Remember, just out-muscled, shrugged off by Tehana Renga. Cook Islands with a lot more urgency now. They need to get the ball in the box. Piri Savage's delivery, it's a good one too. It bounced over the head of Pitomaki. You can see the strike was just furious with herself for missing that header. Arere. Mastonen. It's falling now for Nga. Mastonen's pass to Pitomaki. Ended up at the feet of Talita Mo. Papua New Guinea living dangerously at the moment. Pitomaki. And a flag raised for that challenge on the Cook Islands midfielder. And the first yellow card of this tournament being handed out. Sarah Witu's challenge, she left late on Pitomaki. And a free kick now to be taken by Kivana Arere. Well, it might in fact not be Arere, not Kivana Arere, but Metua Maru Arere.
Yellow card for Papua New Guinea, number 21. Sarah
Be a
Witu.
decent ball into the box to off of a left boot. Arere. Yes, it is. Direct strike. Helena George parries it away. The Cook Islands have equalized. They'd been searching for that goal. And it's a header from Teana Narenga. Papua New Guinea. Well, they're finding themselves in all sorts. A wonderful free kick that was taken by Arere. As the Cook Islands equalize. Although it's play on at the moment since, well, in the back of that play was an offside, in fact, that was given. But the Cook Islands, well, they know that another set piece will really fire them up. In fact, they have now had the momentum shifting in their direction. It's not official that it's a goal, but they're now looking to place themselves on the score sheet. Apero Bob playing it quickly. Nga tries to drive it in. It's not cleared by Glenda Danny. Nga goes down. The Cook Islands win a free kick in a very dangerous position. I can see their captain coming across to take it. I kind of get the sense they should have had it with Metua Maru Arere. In any case, Mamia Piri Savage over the ball for the Cook Islands. Multiple players, everyone back for PNG. The Cook Islands, it's a direct strike to Helena George. Punches it upward, ball not cleared. Now it is. Kuzan Sifis couldn't quite get there, the ball now. It'll be a throw for the Cook Islands. It'll be a throw that their captain, Piri Savage, will take. Piri Savage. Messine. He tried to turn past Chrisanne Zephyrs, couldn't. The Cook Islands win a corner. Metua Maru Arere will take this corner. Again, of that corner. She knows she needs to hit it with more power. There's enough heads in the box to score for the Cook Islands. Arere, great curling ball as well. Well, took a deflection. I think it was off of Witu to George. Now the ball cleared. Ta'u dropping, gathering for the Cook Islands as they look to maintain more pressure on Papua New Guinea. Messina on the right for the Cook Islands. Tracked back by Sifis. It's a goal kick for PNG. They are holding their line. She'd waited for that ball to reach her. As a result, Alana Vino almost lost that out to Apera Bob. Helena George in fluorescent colors with this clearance for PNG. George opts short. Talita Mo. It wasn't the easiest of clearances either. PNG with a throw now in their own half. Quite deep as well. The Cook Islands. And I'm enjoying the fact they are able to maintain such a disciplined shape at the moment. There's also a decent amount of disciplined space that they have in their lanes. You can see their midfielding line along with up front. There's Piri Savage with this throw for the Cook Islands. It's far too heavy in the throw for Pitomaki. Tatia Nui Pitomaki. George again will start play for Papua New Guinea. PNG are currently leading by a single goal that was scored in the 38th minute. The winner of this match qualifies for the OFC Under-16 Championships. They'll be held in September in the Solomon Islands. Dangerous play from the Cook Islands. Arere pressing forward. The pass from Angelica Ramina intercepted by Mastonen. Cook Islands in the box. Sliding in. Well, it's going to be a penalty. Alana Vino had caught Tiana Narena. The referee points directly at the spot. Papua New Guinea conceding. Cutting in. Alana Vino. She clipped the right boot of Tianare Nga. As Metua Maru Arere steps up to take this free. This penalty. She faces Helena George. Arere. Remember, an equalizer. A draw is enough to get the Cook Islands through. The score would, if it comes, prove all important for the Cook Islands. Arere. Arere for the Cook Islands. She slides it in. Helena George had stood watching that ball go in. The Cook Islands have equalized through this penalty from Metua Maru Arere.
Goal for Cook Islands, number 12.
As a result, Papua New Guinea lose that advantage that they had.
The scoreboard now, Cook Islands 1.
It was a left-footed strike. She'd found her target quite well, picked her spot, placed it with enough power to leave the keeper standing. Tua Maru Arere. This is her 5th goal of the tournament. She scored 4 previously. Papua New Guinea with a lot more to do as Raminai pushes forward, looking for Duadak. Pugh Savage under pressure. Lisa, Duadak. Still Jolene Lisa dribbling. Gunemba. Danny. Just fighting his. Arere launches it long. Nare Nga in the box. She's got Pitomaki with her. All players appealing PNG for a goal kick, but it's a corner being given instead. It's corner number 3. Papua New Guinea have had 5. Cook Islands have proven dangerous at each set piece that they've taken. Incidentally, they've got firepower on the bench as well with Alex Ray and Neres Fish. There's also another midfielder in Klashe Nia. Arere will come to take this free kick, this corner, sorry. Arere. Another great ball in. It was met by Messine. Tukatisam has done quite well in drilling in these set pieces for the Cook Islands. There's this goal kick from Helena George. Well, Papua New Guinea in all sorts at the moment. And had the momentum from just before half-time. Incidentally, even though they did beat American Samoa by 8 goals to 2, they'd been leading by 6-0 in the first 45 minutes. And in the second 45, could only manage a single goal, with the American Samoan scoring 2. It was really a game of 2 halves, match day number 2. George playing it short for Andrew, who clears to Talita Mo. Almost committed a grievous error as Jolene Lisa presses forward for Papua New Guinea. Gunemba is with her. She wanted to go long, looking for Duadak. CFS, Witu. Over past Raminai. She's been fighting the whole afternoon. The captain for PNG manages to keep the ball in play. The pass was missed by Glinda Danny. Gunemba, Raminai. Finds Gunemba as well. Gunemba couldn't get past Jay Jamison. Raminai, Vino, no, cross in the box. One of the few ones for PNG. Zifas' ball in as well. This is covered by Ngaroi. Ngaroi, high, long. Looking for Nga. Running again, she's alone though. Have to fight to take on all the PNG defenders. She's in the box. Near post strike. Helena George couldn't quite get the grip on that ball. Here's a run again off her left boot. George had tracked that. It's out for a corner for the Cook Islands. It's a corner that'll be taken by Arere. Again, it'll be off her left boot. You can see Piri Savage in the box as well. The center back. It's a near post ball. And it's cleared out by Ellis Andrew. Still the ball in the box for the Cook Islands. PNG's Glenda Danny just clears that out. As they look for Duadak. Here she is. The diminutive forward for Papua New Guinea. Ziffis dropping back. Ziffis joining Lisa. Glenda Danny in front. She controls. Back to Lisa. PNG pressing. Joining Lisa perhaps did a little too much. Just halted the progress that they were making. I have to say though, I have been impressed with the quality of football that we see. There's been a stark change in the levels of coaching that we've seen over the years, as players have been far more exposed to competition at earlier ages. And as the OFC looks to grow and compete, having its teams playing far better football, these youth tournaments to an extent really give a glimpse as to the quality and the potential quality that the region has to offer, as the Cook Islands with corner number 5 that had only 1 in the second half. They've got 4 now. Both the Cook Islands and Papua New Guinea on 5 apiece. As Arere will take this corner. Arere's delivery, it's a high one. Looking for Piri Savage's head. Also met Peter Maki. Oh, and a wonderful strike that was just taken now. It was a decent ball swinging in from Mastonen. As Delma Duadak, she's been urged on by the crowd that we have here at the PNG Football Stadium. Nah, again trying to take on this white wall. Teanare Nah, direct strike at Helena George. Everybody stepping up for both the Cook Islands and Papua New Guinea. Again, it's a winner-takes-all fixture. The Cook Islands with an advantage. A draw will see them through. Papua New Guinea desperate for a victory. You can see the urgency on their faces. Mastonen to the center to Ta'u. It's just cleared away by Tarita Mo. Again, looking for Duadak. Joining Lisa. I said ball stay behind. Dropping back in cover was Mirana Messine. Mo back for Papua New Guinea. Duadak, Andrew, Danny, Kunemba, Witu. Kunemba has dropped into that centre-half position for PNG as she plays less advanced. Jamieson looking for Peter Maki. Sifis's clearance, not the best, although Kunemba with it, looking for that true ball for Raminai. Jamieson to Aperao Bob. Ta'u, Fonga. He tried to cut that back into that half space. It's a goal kick for PNG. That'll be taken by Tolita Mo. with the clock ticking as it is. Just over a quarter of an hour remaining. You get the sense that more structured football will be needed. Raminai. She brushes off Jamieson. Also takes a dig at Herrera. The referee, though, allowing play on. It's the captain that is urging the rest of her teammates. Get the sense also that it's at times like these that a special moment will occur. A hint of brilliance done by an individual that could prove the difference between both sides. Jamieson manages to keep that in. Still along the line. As I can see, well, we're going to see a number of changes. I can see the bench that PNG have at the moment. There's that throw being taken. It's cleared out though. As Vino comes to take this throw. She's had a hot afternoon. The right back for PNG. Throw it on the line. Goes over the head of Raminai. Again, she's fighting. As the official substitutions now about to be made.
Substitution for Papua New Guinea, number 15, joining Lisa.
I can
Replaced by number 17, Jill Andrew.
see Jill Andrew.
Also substitution for Papua
Jill
New
Andrew
Guinea,
will
number 3,
come
Alana
in
Vino.
for joining Lisa, while Colonia Matayo,
Colonia Matayo.
she'll come in for Alana Vino. You can see that's Matayo wearing the number 7 jersey. There's official confirmation coming through. Raminai high. Headed away by Piri Savage. Ta'u as well. Pitomaki drop in. She'll just hack that away. Sprinting back. Alice Andrew. Again, PNG urgently, desperately need to get the ball forward. They've got about 15 minutes to do it. Papua New Guinea need a goal. The Cook Islands just need to hold on. Messine. She just skips past. I think it was Jill Andrew. Stonen. Messine. There's Witu fighting, finding. It was Jill Andrew this time. Stepping over, finds Raminai. Ball forward, Duadak. Cleared again by the Cook Islands. Drop into Witu. And Witu just holding it as she looks for movement from the rest of her teammates. Kunemba trying to skip past Tau. The pass from Krisan Zephyrs was too narrow for Jill Andrew. As we head off for the scheduled water break. As I'd stated, the winner of this afternoon's fixture, well, if Papua New Guinea wins there through, well, a draw will suit the Cook Islands. Cook Islands know just how dangerous Papua New Guinea are on the counter. Cook Islands themselves, though, they have that 5-person back line, despite the attempts by Papua New Guinea really managed to frustrate the opposition. In fact, PNG had about 6 offsides given, all in a row, for each time they tried to advance. Such was the discipline that the backline of the Cook Islands have. Well, shifting across, Susan Stephen and Ramona Morris, and in their experience, they'll undoubtedly be giving the instructions to perhaps have better passes, as Papua New Guinea have lost a lot of possession, especially in the midfield. While for the Cook Islands, well, in the first half they barely had balls into the box. In the second, they've had far better delivery that's been given. Well, the weather here has a slightly cooler morning, although the sun has come out in full force. As on the far side, well, I can see more people entering the PNG football stadium. And a healthy crowd that's here just in front of me. Well, you can't see them on your screens. It's a raucous atmosphere that we have at the moment in Port Moresby. And of course, earlier had seen former members of the PNG women's national team. I'm glad to say that the future of football is in quite good hands at the moment, as we see these young players all here featuring in this tournament. One of the great things about this is also that, well, with the growth of women's football across the Pacific region, and of course multiple tournaments that are occurring, such as this, the Under-16 Championships, and of course we have the Under-19 Women's Championships as well. We have the Nations Cup and World Cup qualifiers that also occur. So there's far more football for women. And of course, in 2023 was the first ever Women's Champions League tournament that had been played here in Port Moresby. So for both club and country, there are multiple opportunities for our young girls and women to play football. As we see the players re-enter the pitch for what will arguably be the most important 15 minutes in their current football careers. And I can see on the bench Dianare Nga, she was assisted off. Right now, Para Philip will come in for the injured right midfielder. So 2 substitutions being made for the Cook Islands. Tiana Nare Nga, proven to be the largest attacking threat for the Cook Islands, and she comes off. Here's Pare Philip, who gets in past Colonia Matayo. Cleared out by Alice Andrew. Dropping back, Raminai. Pass to Glenda Andrew, far too heavy, although she eventually gets the ball to Gunemba, who'll opt to run it. It's a great challenge from Metua Maru Arere. Her pass to Ta'u wasn't quite controlled. Now the ball swung in for Pitomaki. Pitomaki over the bar. It was a great pass Also from Apero Bob to Peter Maki. From close range, has blasted that over the crossbar. There's a great ball forward for Duadak. She was shielded off by Arere Kivana. Raminai. Danny took her eyes off the ball momentarily. Glenda Danny. Raminai. Witu. Looking for Jill Andrew. Another launch ball forward. With the hopes that Peter Maki, well, she gets to the ball first. Matayo covering. Peter Maki will just hold for Para Philip. Darting ball in. She was hoping to find the feet of Teniva Tau. Raminai. Here's Colonia. Matayo will take this throw for PNG. Gunemba. Glenda Danny is calling for it. That pass though is far closer to Kivana Herrera than it was to Glenda Danny. Up arrow Bob. There's a long throw. Looking for Juhani Mastonen. Up arrow Bob. And her throw, she finds arguably the Cook Islands' best player in Metua Maru Arere. Jamieson. Raminai hoping to instigate the fight back for PNG. And Cook Islands players have just let that go. Jamieson covering, dribbling past Witu. Peter Maki is in front of her. Witu fighting to regain control of the ball. Ziffis. Jill Andrew. Witu calling. Andrew taking on Machine, shrugging her off. Ball into the box, cleared out by Aparo Bob. Turning Mastonen. It's PNG that is advantage. Raminai. Angelica Raminai pulled the trigger. It came off a Cook Islands player. It was Aparo Bob. It's Mastonen's pass for Para Philip. Only ends up at the feet of a PNG defender. Raminai fighting. 4 and a bit minutes left for PNG to salvage something. 4.5 minutes for the Cook Islands to hold on, to qualify. Raminai. Glenda Danny, the moment she touched that ball, everyone back in defense for the Cook Islands. You can see one side desperate to score, the other one discipline in defense. As a throw would be taken by, I think it was Messine. Talitha Mo. Jill Andrew looking for Ziffis. Piri Savage covering in defense. Andrew, Witu, players waiting, Duadox in the box. The ball comes off the head of Piri Savage. It'll be a corner for PNG. I mean, few and far between. Taking this corner is Glenda Danny. The corner for PNG, they need to score. It's a good ball in. Just breaking away, Para Philip. Angelica Raminai has dropped back to cover in defense. Philip getting past Matayo. Philip pressing, she's alone. There's no one else in support for the Cook Islands. But a direct strike at Helena George. Here's a great run again from Para Philip. As Papua New Guinea survived by the keeper's hands. In fact, the Cook Islands have had multiple direct strikes, more than PNG have had. Despite the multiple attacking opportunities that the host nation have provided, they've not really taken a direct strike at the Cook Islands with Alanda Ngaroy in goal. Witu, she missed as Peter Maki trying to get past Talita Mo. Witu for Glenda Danny, but the pass was a bit too heavy for Jill Andrew. Here's the Cook Islands. They've got 60 seconds remaining to qualify for the Under-16 Women's Championships. And it's 60 seconds of regulation time. Papua New Guinea need to get the ball into the box. The Cook Islands again just have to hold that defensive structure. Jamieson, Para Philip. Kunemba defending. It's a high ball. There was confusion between Tehani Apero Bob and Jay Jamieson. Raminai. Desperately clearing the Cook Islands. That was Messine. So we have 5 minutes of additional time. Duadak on the edge. Gunemba. Raminai. Duadak calling. Jill Andrews calling. The ball directly at the hands of Alanda Ngaroy. Ngaroy, who just launched this ball forward for Pitomaki. Sprinting back, Glenda Danny. It'll be a throw for the Cook Islands. It'll be a throw that'll be taken by Tehani Apara Bob. There with the number 9 jersey. It's a throw that ends up into the box. As a result of perhaps we could say desperate defending. There's a substitution about to be made. And well, she's just come on, Colonia Matayo, and she's coming off in place of Emilia Kana. Emilia Kana, who had started off in the first 11 on match day number 1. She makes a cameo appearance here this afternoon, Witu. And Kana will slot into that midfield position. As this direct pass from Johanna Stone and ends up at the hands of Helena George. She'll want to get the ball forward quickly. And cut out by Messine. As Jill Andrew presses forward. Well, she crashes into Piri Savage. The referee calls play against the left midfielder for PNG. And it'll be a free kick that's going to be taken by the Cook Islands goal scorer, Metua Maruarere. It's a long ball forward, darting in, Pitomaki. And George again, PNG desperate, Duada calling. Messine. Papua New Guinea at the moment there, standing watching. Just a slight lull in play while the clock is running. As Witu dropping back. It's going to be a corner for the Cook Islands. It'll be a corner that's going to be taken by Metua Maruarere. Each one of her set-piece deliveries have been nothing short of brilliant. Looking forward to watching her play at senior international level. She's got a wicked left boot. Far too heavy on that cross, headed out by Kana. Touch from Apera Babua, Helena George. Hit everyone with their hearts in their throat. George is urging the rest of her teammates forward. Papua New Guinea have not been able to get past halfway. Duadak. Turn in, Witu. Kept back by Puri Savage. There's Arere. He's been everywhere, up front, wide, and in the midfield. And I think twice in the heart of defense. Spare Philip tries to turn past Glenda Danny. The Cook Islands will be holding on for a memorable victory. About 20 seconds remaining, Glenda Danny. Jill Andrew, Christian Sifis for Ghana. Couldn't quite get that pass to Duadak. Witu's pass backward behind Gunemba. Raminai trying to one touch, although it was covered by Apara Bob. Para Philip. And Alice Andrews' clearance, well, she didn't quite get the power she wanted off that pass as, well, it's full time here at the PNG Football Stadium. And the Cook Islands have taken a memorable victory here this afternoon. And the victory in terms of qualifying. We've seen a wonderful set of matches here since April the 18th, culminating in qualification for the Cook Islands. As because of the scores as they stand, the Cook Islands qualify on goal difference alone. The final score here this afternoon, it is the Cook Islands 1, Papua New Guinea 1. Where both teams had arrived here at the OFC Under-16 Women's Championship qualifying, knowing that a victory for the host nation would see them through, while all that was needed was a draw. Papua New Guinea with the first attacking opportunities. This chance coming from PNG first before a strike from Tau. And the first of the goals had come in the 38th minute as Jordan Lisa had struck that ball in between two defenders and the keeper to open the scoring here this afternoon. The celebrations on the faces of the PNG side. They'd known they were in the driver's seat heading into the second 45 that was started off by Duadak. PNG had attacked first. A lot of their strikes being directly at the keeper. And of course, there'd been a challenge that had been taken from, I think it was Alana Vino. She had brought down Teanarenga before on the 63rd minute. It was a well-deserved strike by Metua Maru Arere. Had seen the Cook Islands equalize. In fact, that strike had brought back a lot of momentum, with Nga going directly at Helena George, who had been forced into numerous saves. In fact, the most recent one, Para Philip, had sprinted past Matayo. George had been desperate for PNG to score. Angelica Raminai had proven to really be the biggest threat for Papua New Guinea. And the final whistle being blown, and both sides in a stalemate. And of course, Papua New Guinea coming out to show appreciation to their home supporters who've been here from match day number 1. In fact, the teams that you see here now can show a lot of pride for themselves. They've done their nations proud. Commiserations to American Samoa, who'd suffered a 10-0 loss at the hands of the Cook Islands before a 7-2 victory to Papua New Guinea on match day number 2. Papua New Guinea will miss out on the under-16 OFC Under-16 Women's Championships that will be held in Honiara, the Solomon Islands, in September. From, I think it's the 4th to the 16th of September. We've also been happy to see a number of former PNG international for the women's national team for Papua New Guinea that have been here showing support as the Cook Islands will qualify out of this group. And the final scores here this afternoon, it is the Cook Islands 1, Papua New Guinea 1.
Oceania Football Confederation would like to take this opportunity to highlight the values that underpin the delivery of football in our region, namely respect and integrity. On that basis, we would like to remind all fans and supporters that abuse of any kind, whether online or otherwise, towards players, team staff, match officials, administrators, or anyone else connected with our game, goes against the OFC values and will not be tolerated. Please remember to be kind. If you see something, say something. For any safeguarding concerns, please email safe@oceaniafootball.com.